Hi there, welcome to Simmo's Art Group session 6 or 7. Session 7. Today we're going to do a watercolour featuring one of my favourite footballers, Mr. Dan Byrne from Blythe. Are you ready? Let's go.
I just hope the paper's big enough. He's a big lad. Right, here we go with the grid system again. I seem to find the optimum spacing is round about 10 by 10 or 10 by 11. I'm working from quite a dramatic photograph, which was a screenshot from YouTube. I would guess it's Dan celebrating a goal for the tool from the clenched fist pump. I constantly flick between the image on the screen and the paper. Initially, it's all about getting proportions correct, getting the eyes, ears, nose, everything in the right place. Even Leonardo da Vinci used something similar. He had a wooden frame made and used to look through that at the subject. I nearly said wooden leg there. Well, he might have, who knows. And that's the outline done. I said that's the outline done. Stop your fiddling, man. Once the squares are rubbed out, I use a wash of cadmium red and raw sienna, but very watery indeed. I really enjoy it when you make a nice watery wash, drop that in, and then put some darker paint in and you see it spread. For me, that's the fun of watercolour painting. Trying to get flesh tones with a little bit of shading in, that sort of mauvey, purpley. Even though there's light areas, you don't want to leave white paper, so you use a very, very weak wash. When it comes to the hair, I like to look for the lightest colour, start with that, and then drop in the darker colours progressively. So it's raw sienna, and then burnt umber, and then I add a little bit of black. Once it's dry, I may put a little darker highlight in later on. And I'm just inferring darkness between fingers here. I'm not looking for details. It's just really to give an idea that there's some shading and the fist is clenched. So now it's the details. Onto the face, and this is the hairy, scary bit. One slight mistake and kaputski. Regarding the arms, the underside obviously is in the shadow, so that'll be darker than the top surface. And I got a bit heavy-handed there, so I've drawn a bit out with a dry brush to give it a bit of movement and to reflect the stretch marks on the shirt. I use cerulean blue very lightly. There's no definitive way to do this. It's subjective, and whatever you think's right, hopefully is right. I'm putting a darker background in to make the white of the strip and his arms and face, the skin tones pop a little bit more. And this will dry much lighter. Well, I think we're nearly there again. Just a little bit more fiddling with the face, tone it down, sign it. And then what have I done? I've forgotten to put the logo on the front. Some things never change. So now it's on, and that's Dan Byrne from Blythe. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you could give me a like and subscribe, that would be appreciated. See you next time.